friend to tell a friend. She's back.
Right. Hey, can you hear me? I should have tested the mic. Can you hear me? Tell me, can tell me, can you hear me? Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Merc. Mercia Tap. Mercia Tap. I'm just gonna call you Merc, unless you tell me different. Tell me, can you hear me? K- Yeah, yeah. Think you can hear me now. Let's run that back then. So now that y'all can hear me, let me say that again. Look, this is a message to all the men in the world, or men who want to be masculine, or desire to be perceived as masculine. Don't ever do fruity dances like that. Leave some dances for the kids and the broads. You shouldn't be moving your hips in a certain way. Look, I'm all for a man getting his boogie on, but just leave some dances to kids and women. That's all I'll say, all right? Okay, real quick, real quick. So he started off strong. I mean, it looked goofy, but at least it still looked masculine. But then he kind of lost it with the little shimmy. All right, let's continue.
Yeah.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We're back with another episode of Pop the Balloon or Find Love, FGE Love Edition.
I'm your host, Shawnee Rose.
And your co-host, DZ.
And we have a handsome lineup of gentlemen. Can I hear something, little noise?
What's up? Come on. We
Okay.
got to get louder than that.
All right. I
Hey,
mean,
we back too, y'all. Come on. Can we get something
right.
else?
Like, we need some energy.
That's
There
there we go.
We've been
See,
out for a month, y'all. We know y'all been looking for us, but as you can see,
man, do y'all see Shotty Rose is no longer pregnant? Look, don't my baby look good? She look good pregnant. Come on, man.
thank you.
So it's been a month. Have y'all been going crazy in the comments of our lives and everything? Talking about when y'all doing the Pop the Balloon, when y'all doing it, man. Y'all been look, it's here. What's up? We back. I think we both excited. It feels good to be back.
It does. It does.
It feels good,
It
don't it?
does.
Yeah, it feels good, man. So look, man, we got to get into this show. We have some dope gentlemen up here, man. You ready?
Yeah, let's dive into the rules real quick. All right, so for my new people, we are going to have a young lady come out one by one. Now, if you like what you see, you like what you're hearing, do not pop your balloon. Now, if you do not like what you see, if you do not like what you hear, what we gonna do? Pop that balloon. All right, now everyone knows my rule. I know y'all tired of hearing it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. If it is something that we can change or we can talk about, let's be open-minded. So, you know, a hairstyle, some shoes, an outfit, you know, a little something like that. If we can change it, we can change it. But if you just don't like what you see, then you know, do your thing. I'm fine with that. But let's just be open-minded, all right? Are we ready? I said, are we ready? Okay.
There we go. There we go.
All right.
Look, let's turn up.
All right. All right, let's bring out our first single lady.
Hello.
Hello, beautiful. How are you?
Why you laughing at me like
Because
that?
you came out here with your shoulders shrugged, so I'm not sure what happened.
Because they threw me to the wolves back then. I'm the first one. That was still not fair.
Because you've been here before.
Still.
So you
Look, let me say this. I don't know if it's the audio or what. Something about this version of Pop the Balloon, it just doesn't feel lively. I don't know if the mic is low or the energy of the people who are on this show. I don't know what it is. But let's just talk about this sister right here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, her hair is blue or half of her hair is blue. Look, it don't matter whether it's half, full. You usually want to stay away from women with colored hair, especially our chocolate sisters. Purple, pink, piss yellow. I- It's a huge red flag, and it's very important, fellas, to just take heed to what you see and go on about your business when you get the feeling that you should go on about your business. Nose rings, big ridiculous glasses, clothing that's too revealing. You should know the signs. But yeah, her energy was all the way off. All the way off. She's probably socially awkward. I'm already getting bad attitude vibes. I'm already getting bad attitude vibes. She seems like she was bribed to come here, and this is her second appearance. Never a good sign. But let's get into it. Let's give her a chance, folks.
Sure, what happened?
Because they threw me to the wolves back then. I'm the first one. That's not fair.
Because you've been here before.
Still,
So you gonna show them how it go.
what if I don't know? It been what? About a couple months.
It's been a couple months, but
And then I stopped trying.
this is the beauty of it.
What is this? Why are you arguing with the host? You arguing with the host about being there when you signed up to be there. Can you imagine how she would be in a relationship if y'all have a disagreement? Is this the energy she gonna come to Thanksgiving with? It's just a no-go already, y'all.
Sure, what happened?
Because they threw me to the wolves back then. I'm the first one. That's not fair.
Because you've been here before.
Still,
So you gonna show them how it go.
what if I don't know? It been what? About a couple months.
It's been a couple months, but
And then I stopped trying.
this is the beauty of it. The beauty of it is this. You have all 6 of them. You get to have all 6 options. Now, if you go home with somebody, they missing somebody. So you get it all, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Like the Price is Right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So can I get your name and age?
So I'm Betty. I'm 24, and basically right now I go to school for business AI. And the moment of a job wise, I'm in between. I'm working on projecting somebody else's business right now.
You want to elaborate on that?
So what I mean by that is basically business AI. I wanted to come in as either a angle to investor or basically a progressor, and that is the term of basically you either can fund somebody's stuff with your own money, or you can come along with a kind of insight business that's not doing too good and basically help them with either promotions, marketing, and scripting a new business script.
I mean, you sound like you know what you're talking about, so I like that.
No, no, no. It was just a bunch of mumbo jumbo, essentially. I mean, you're broke. I mean, it sounds like you don't have a job and you're talking about investing. Look, maybe I didn't understand what she said. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but it, it sounds like unemployment to me. And she said something about investing. With what money? You're in school. You're a 20 something year old in school. Where are you getting this money to invest in something? See, that's another thing. If a woman can't just tell you something simple when it comes to what she do for a living at this point, I would just have that be a black flag deal breaker. It shouldn't take you more than 4 words to tell me what you do for a living. And if it take more than that, I'm completely turned off.
Them with either promotions, marketing, and scripting a new business script.
I mean, you sound like you know what you're talking about, so I like that.
Yeah,
you
it's a
have-
lot of work in its finals week.
Okay.
And scripting a new business script.
I mean, you sound like you know what you're talking about, so I like that.
Yeah,
Do you
it's a
have-
lot of work in its finals week.
Okay.
It's terrible.
You have any children?
No,
And how do you feel about a gentleman that does have children?
they was there before me.
So you're okay with that?
Yeah, what I'm gonna do?
You can choose not to date them, or you can. You have an option and a preference. So are you okay with a gentleman that does have children?
Sure.
Okay. Is
But-
there a preference on how many? A limit?
I coming after the kids. What I'm gonna do?
So if he say he got 10 kids,
That's between him, God, and then how many baby mamas. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah. Ma'am, are you high? I mean, you have this nonchalant attitude. I don't care about nothing. I'm just going with the flow. You can have 10 kids. That's between you and God. You sound immature. And see, this is why you have to pay attention to the visual red flags. Because if you disqualify by appearance, you can avoid all this nonsense we've been hearing. Bars. Yeah, if you got blue in your head and shit, I'm just gonna ignore you from the jump. No, I ain't even trying to hit. I ain't that pressed for bedroom fun. Cause think about it. You can see a woman and be like, oh yeah, she physically attractive. But just going through what we had to go through listening to her for a minute or two, is this even worth bedroom fun? To me, the answer is no. I would have clocked out already.
He said he got 10 kids.
That's between him, God, and then how many baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? That's between him and God.
So you go squeeze in there if you make room.
If it makes sense, if this is what I want, and this is what, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Of course. But other than that, ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You on your own on that one.
Yeah.
But all right, so we do have a couple pop balloons.
Let's talk. Let's talk, folks. Let's talk why that's dumb as fuck. You acting like him having 10 kids, it ain't got nothing to do with me. That don't affect my life in any way. You're slow, man. How does the man that you're planning on living the rest of your life with having 10 kids not have anything to do with you? Can somebody help me out in the comment section? Maybe I'm missing something.
We do have a couple pop balloons, and we're gonna go check it out, right?
Okay.
All right, now can I get your name and age?
Marcus, I'm 33.
And what do you do?
I have my own hookah catering business, and I'm a musician.
Okay, all right. And why did you pop your balloon?
I just feel like if we go on a date, it's gonna be kind of like I don't get the personality. Yeah.
You don't get her personality?
I'm not getting personality from her.
You're not getting You're not getting personality?
I got more than a lot of personality, but that's lovely.
Are you confused on
Thank
which
you, though.
one you're gonna get?
Maybe, but nah, I ain't getting it.
Like, that don't make sense, personality-wise.
Okay.
I'm not getting it. I just feel like
It make perfect sense. Yeah. It makes perfect sense. Well, it's you're coming off as kind of dry and high. Like you don't care about nothing. You just here. You don't even know how you got here. Like aloof. It's not giving personality to me. But whatever personality it is given off an unlikable personality. I mean, but see, I want to talk about this real quick. I'm because okay, this is probably going to be a separate episode on the Dating Dysfunctions channel, so I might have to cut this part out. I mean, she's no supermodel, right? But body wise, if I'm just going off a body, I'd fuck, hypothetically. You know what I mean? She got like the nerdy vibe going on, the stupid hair, but just body wise, I'd do something with this. And a lot of guys are gonna get I don't want to say mesmerized. It ain't like she that bad. Or I don't even know if I would say she's bad at all. But what I'm saying is a lot of guys will be blinded by, oh, let me tap this. But you can't get blinded by that because that's how a lot of guys get their lives ruined. Have some standards, bro. Have some fucking standards. I would say maybe the standard should be don't even have a one night stand with, well, maybe I shouldn't say that. How about this? Have the standard that you shouldn't even have a one night stand with a woman who you don't like enough to have in your life for the rest of your life based on what you know so far, right? So what I mean by that is this. I think she's 24, but still that hair is like bullshit. You're not a teen anymore. Like, I don't know, like multicolored hair. Multicolored hair. That's like some little kid shit. Like I'll give them. I past 20. Get the fuck out of here if you got multicolored hair. Black Harley Quinn and nah, absolutely not. So what I was saying was, so let's say you meet a chick at the bar. Y'all was vibing for 4 hours. Maybe men should have a standard of based on the 4 hours you spent with her. If you know for sure this is not somebody I would want in my life for the rest of my life, don't even have a one night stand with her. Now, granted, a woman could come off real cool and down to earth for 4 hours at the bar, but she could be a terrible, horrible, toxic person. But at least let her give off a good enough impression. At least let her give off a good enough first impression for you to be like, she real cool. I could see this being my friend or whatever for the rest of my life, or just a cool chick I know. Let that at least be the standard before you put your you know what and her you know what. Because with a lot of guys, they know within the first 30 seconds, oh no, this is just about to be a hit it and quit it situation. I don't want nothing to do with her after I hit it a few times. Then if that's the case, don't even hit it.
Maybe, but nah, I ain't getting it.
Like, that don't make sense, personality wise.
Okay.
I'm not getting it. I just feel like we're just gonna be sitting at the table, kind of looking at each other. I don't know.
That's
Maybe-
nice.
Maybe I'm tripping.
You
Just
are.
a little bit, because one thing I'm gonna say about Betty, I love her to death, but she does not. It don't happen. So
That's
I
cute,
doubt
though.
that you're gonna sit
That's
at the
cute.
table
That's
in
cute,
silence. That's
but-
one thing I'm gonna say is not gonna happen, but we'll take it. That
Thank
she's
you.
someone that's your type.
Kind of, sort of, yes.
You want to might rethink it, because I'm telling you, this personality thing that whatever.
Don't let him rethink. Don't let him rethink.
Okay. Is he someone that's your type?
No, thank you.
Okay, got you. Let's go on down to the next one. All right, hon, can I get your name and age?
Hi, my name is Isaiah. I'm 23.
And what do you do?
I'm a content creator, photographer.
All right, and why did you pop your balloon?
Okay, first things first. The last person I saw with two different hair colors at the same time was Jeff Hardy, and I couldn't mess with the hair colors because I didn't understand what you was going with, blue or red. And at that point, you
think
might as well
both.
rock with purple.
Nah, I think very much
yeah.
I did blue and red separate. But
Yeah, I
thank
can
you.
see you got Raw and SmackDown going on with your hair.
And
but-
I got some mixed ones in there too.
Ooh,
So
yes. Ooh, see, I like that. But no. Also, another thing is she said she don't care how many kids you got. I was like, ooh, and I don't got no kids, but you don't got no limit right there.
how can I sit up here and say I have a limit when I don't have kids? I would like kids, but whatever
How
person,
many?
however many God decides to give me. But what
See, this goes back to what I'm saying of she has no direction, she has no job, she's just floating through life. Yeah, I want kids. How many kids? I don't know. However many God want to give me. Okay, can a guy have kids? Yeah, whatever. How many? It don't matter. 10. Don't make me none. Don't affect my life. What are you talking about? Do you have any real opinions or stances on anything or standards? No, this is a no. This is gonna be a fucking no. She's gonna need you to lead every aspect of her life. Men want to lead, but we don't want to micromanage a dingbat. If that makes sense. But yeah, like, hey though, I will say this: nice little shape though, ain't it? Nice little shape. But I can't do it, man. I can't fucking do it. Like honestly, this is one of those situations where even if her body was a 10 out of 10 and her face was a 10 out of 10, her personality and attitude and what's coming out of her mouth, it would turn me completely off. Even if she literally had the perfect TNA, I couldn't do it.
You don't got no limit right there.
how can I sit up here and say I have a limit when I don't have kids? I would like kids, but whatever
How
person,
many?
however many God decides to give me, but whatever a person has going on, guess what? I'm not here to change. I'm not here to dictate, and I'm not here to be that person that, hey, I'm gonna judge you from what you got going on. If it work, it work. If it don't, it don't.
Okay, I
So-
respect that. I respect that.
Why are you bothered with her non-preference of how many children if you have no children?
Dun dun dun.
Okay, the reason why that's funny right there. Okay, the reason why is because what if I did have 10 kids? How you gonna handle all 10 kids and all the 10 kids gonna maybe snitch on their mama and tell them I'm more a new woman? Because you know kids
First
don't.
of all, you and your baby mother or baby mothers, that's between y'all. You know what I'm saying? Kids are gonna do whatever they do. So at the end of the day, highly respectfully, I mean, They gonna say what they gonna say. She should eventually know about me, correct? If I'm coming into somebody's life of stability and honesty, communication.
Okay.
But
Okay. I respect that.
wah,
I
wah,
respect that.
wah.
All right, she shut that down. Is he someone that's your type?
No, thank you.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on down to the next one. All right, can I get your name and age?
My name's Jeremiah. I'm 35.
And what do you do?
I work in the warehouse distribution.
And why did you pop your balloon?
I'm 24, just a little too young for me. I'm 35. I just prefer to date somebody around my age. You're beautiful though.
Thanks.
Let's okay. Now, okay. Let's talk about him for a second. The outfit is horrible. Respectfully. You know, I don't got a problem with the brother, but this outfit is just the worst outfit I could possibly imagine to wear on a Pop the Balloon show. It doesn't look clean, like poop. What is? Are those poop brown pants? I don't know. And what is that design on the shirt anyway? It looks like intestines. I don't know, man. This is just goofy. It really is. But that's no slight to him. I mean, it is a slight to him, but not a slight against him as a human being. But his fashion sense, horrible. Another thing I want to say about him is, another thing I want to say is, I like how his answer of what he does for a living was short and sweet and to the point. And it feeds into my theory that if you're a serious person, it shouldn't take more than 4 words to describe what you do for a living. The last thing I want to touch on with him, he said he wants to date someone in his age range. And I get it, man. Everybody has their own preferences. You know, there's some men who are 30, 35 who want to date women 30 and up. But that's literally the worst demographic of women you could start dating. So whatever hang up you got at 35 about dating a 24, 25-year-old, get over it for your own sake. Trust me. Shout out to Ripside. He donated $5. He says anybody with a balloon still just wants to clap only. Facts. I've been through this when I was younger. Just strap up. Yeah, facts. I actually was gonna say that. I was gonna say the dude in the 1983 windbreaker, Hornets windbreaker, he just has his balloon still because he just want to clap cheeks. And see, women like this wonder why they only get dusty men because you only qualify for dusty men, and only dusty men are gonna put up with your crap just so they could clap cheeks. They're only gonna put up with your crap just to clap. Bars. Let's continue.
Do.
I work in the warehouse distribution.
And why did you pop your balloon?
I'm 24, just a little too young for me. I'm 35. I just prefer to date somebody around my age. You're beautiful though.
Thanks.
Is she someone that's your type?
Possibly if I was around her age, probably so.
Is he someone that's your type?
Somewhat, but I understand the age.
What's the somewhat?
I think that, like, honestly, certain things happen in life, all that good stuff, but age is just a number. A person comes with the personalities and the qualities.
So what is the somewhat that is your type?
Uh, I wonder what made him pop. That's bad, man. Let's talk about why it's so bad as a woman coming on Pop the Balloon as the one that's looking to not get popped on. It is so bad to have every guy pop on you if you're a woman. Because all it takes to impress men is just don't be ridiculously fat, don't be hideously ugly, and don't be too much of a bitch. That's literally all you have to do to not have any of the balloons pop. Well, okay, that's a little extreme, but you know what I mean. So to have all the guys pop on you, coming on this show as a woman is just really a disgrace. It's really sad. You really should go home and do some reflection. Yeah, you should really go home and look in the mirror and do some evaluations. Because you got to think, if all the dudes pop, that mean 2 or 3 of the dudes who was just on here to clap cheeks even pop. It was like I was just here to get some, and I still can't even do it because this is just too bad. Wow.
Honestly, certain things happen in life, all that good stuff, but age is just a number. A person comes with the personalities and the qualities.
So what is the somewhat that is your type?
Somewhat, because I feel like, honestly, if he worked in, depending on where he worked in a distribution warehouse, I could kind of get knowledge of kind of like the layouts and different things and somewhat, like, that's what I'm thinking business-wise, but that's nor here nor there.
Physically.
Oh,
We being a very vague.
No, no.
No,
Physically, no. If we just saying physics, no.
Okay.
Physically, no.
On to the next one.
Exactly.
All right, Don, can I get your name and age?
Hello, I'm DJ. I'm 25, and I'm a merchant seaman, military retiree.
All right, and why did you pop your balloon?
I just feel as if our ideals were just a little bit different, but she's beautiful though.
So she is someone that's your type physically.
Yeah, she's beautiful, but just the ideals were just a little bit different.
And
Yeah. So I like his outfit. I like his outfit. It's just some jeans. It's simple, but what's the word I'm looking for? It's nice. Simple but nice. Didn't do too much. The braids. I was just thinking about this earlier. At what age are braids just a no go for a grown man? I don't know how old he is, but is it a cutoff for cornrows as a grown man? Let me know below in the comment section. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say 30 max, but y'all let me know.
physically.
Yeah, she's beautiful, but just the ideals were just a little bit different.
And is he someone that's your type?
Physically, yes. Dark skin, for a fact.
Okay, so now we're getting somewhere because we got a whole lot of no thank yous. So it's
Chocolate.
the chocolate for you. Okay. She says the chocolate for her. All right, now calm down. Come on down to the next one.
What? They
Okay, let me say this. Let me say this. The host is being shady. I don't like this host. Now Arlette, she get a little shady at times, but it's very mild. The host is doing too much. The host is doing too much for sure. I don't know if the host has a beef with this chick. I mean, she is annoying, but still, I think the host need to fall back a little bit.
Ideals were just a little bit different.
And is he someone that's your type?
physically, yes. Dark skin, for a fact.
Okay, so now we're getting somewhere because we got a whole lot of no thank yous. So it's
Chocolate.
the chocolate for you. Okay. She says the chocolate for her. All right, now calm down. Come on down to the next one.
What? They all in pop this is?
All right, now can I get your
really
name and age?
That's why I
My
told
name
the
is
girl.
Will. I'm 35.
Now, did y'all peep that? Okay, did y'all peep that? Now we already seen that her attitude is I don't really give a fuck about nothing from the jump. And we already know that woes can't take rejection very well. They get very hurt by rejection. Yeah, rejection cuts through all that false bravado real quick, don't it? But if I'm not mistaken, she says something like, "I don't really care because I like girls anyway." Let's run that back and see if we can catch that. I like bro's shirt though. I like bro's shirt and hat combo. The watch, the jeans. I'm really feeling bro outfit. No homo.
Calm down. Come on down to the next one.
What? They all done popped this.
All right, now can I get your
really
name
care.
and age?
That's why I
My
told
name
the
is
girls.
Will. I'm 35.
Yeah. Yeah. She definitely said something about the girls. She whispered it. I mean, speak up, sis. Say it loud and proud. I don't want to put that on her. I don't want to put the Les jacket on her because I don't know. But it kind of sounded like she said, I don't really care. That's why I'm in the girls. But once again, when you see a chick over 19 with blue and red hair, just run the other way. You don't got to deal with any of this. Nose ring, colored hair, provocative outfits, snuffleupagus lashes. You know what to do.
She says a chocolate for her. All right, now. Calm down. Come on down to the next one.
What? They all done popped this.
All right, now can I get your
really
name
care.
and age?
That's why I
My
told
name
the
is
girls.
Will. I'm 35.
And what do you do?
I'm a math teacher for high school.
God be with you.
What grade?
High school?
I prefer high school over little kids.
Good thing you're tall because you got to be big dealing with them because I couldn't do it. So I'm definitely commending you for that one. That's beautiful.
It's more of a respect thing. As long as you know you respect them and they respect you, it works out perfectly.
All right, so we're not going to see on one of those videos fighting the kids, throwing desks or anything like that.
I got patience for kids. It's the adults I don't.
Yeah. Amen.
And why did you pop your balloon?
Like he said, it's the age difference. I'm 35, she's 24. But also, I feel like she's a little too passive. I like somebody that's aggressive and know what they want and what they want to get. I just feel like she's okay with going with the punches, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Definitely ain't going with no
And
punches.
is she
I
someone
give
that's
the
your
punches,
type?
but
Definitely
okay.
pretty, and I like the.
You heard that? Yeah. You heard that? She said, I don't know about, taking no punches. I give the punches. So she put hands on men. That's what that's implying. Once again, this is a situation where you can judge a book by its cover. Look, they always tell on themselves. They always tell on themselves. Just let them keep talking. See, this is where the talking on the phone with a woman for 3 hours before you meet her is a good idea. Because this is the stuff that's going to come out. So you don't even got to waste your time, money, effort, gas, none of that. She wouldn't have made it past the first 5-minute conversation on the phone.
I like somebody that's aggressive and know what they want and what they want to get. I just feel like she's okay with going with the punches, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Definitely ain't going with no punches.
And is she
I
someone
give
that's
the
your
punches,
type?
but
Definitely
okay.
pretty, and I like the red and blue.
Thank you.
But yeah, I just think she's a little too passive.
I know he's not dark skinned, but is he someone
thank
that's
you.
your type outside of that?
No, thank you.
Nothing. And why not?
There's nothing. I guess I don't like the fact of the age stuff, so that's kind of like a turn off for me.
So I'm talking about physically because we
Physically,
know you
no.
like dark, but what is it that's saying no?
No.
Because you said a whole lot of no thank yous.
No. I ain't gonna lie, like physically, you know what I'm saying? Somebody get ran over or burnt and then you physically get changed, but they still treat you a certain kind of way.
So are you saying that you care more about someone's
How somebody gonna
mental-
treat me, or you know what I'm
opposed to
saying, like
physical?
mentally, but and then also I'm kind of emotional, but you know what I'm saying? Nobody picked me, so
Come on.
I might what?
Come on.
Yeah, so the host wants to put hands and feet on you know where. I'm trying to say this without saying it. The host wants to give this young lady Beats by Dre headphones. Yeah, she want to give her a set of Beats by Dre headphones, if you know what I mean. The host is so fed up with her. The host is oh so fed up with her. I don't blame her. But you got to keep the professionalism high. Okay, I think we've had enough of that. What we looking like in here? What up, Ghost Rider? What up, Irvin? Um. Oh shit, we got 40 people in here. That's what's up. Let's get the likes up. Everybody, if you want me to stay on 2 hours this good Saturday morning, I'm looking to meet a $15 live stream goal. Nothing has been met. Cash App, PayPal, and Streamlabs is all at the top of the chat and it's in the description. Yeah, let's get the donations up. Also, if you like my content, follow my new channel. It's called Dating Dysfunctions. That's where my normal videos will be. I will only be live streaming from this channel you're hearing me on now. So all you gotta do is type in Dating Dysfunctions. It should pop up. This the channel. Go follow me. Notification bell. What else should I tell you about? Hit the like button. We got 41 people like. Well, we got 41 people watching. Let's try to get 41 likes. Okay, I'm done with Pop the Balloon for the day. I'm Pop the Ballooned out for the day. Let's see what these snow bunnies talking about.
Next, ladies, let's be real.
Okay, so before we
What
start
happened?
before we go over these nutcases, appreciate that, Smooth. Let me ask y'all this because I did a study. I mean, it's not really a study. I did a poll. I'm gonna talk to y'all about something real quick. I did a poll that basically asked, should I just go over black women on my channel, or should I go over just white women, or should I go over both? And most said both. About 30 votes. Here's the thing though. I feel like the algorithm, this is what I feel like. I feel like generally speaking, black people don't give a fuck about white people. Okay, I worded that wrong. What I'm trying to say is, what I know about black people like watching black shit. Black people like doing black shit. And I'm not saying anything is wrong with this, but black people stick with black people. As far as the YouTube videos they watch, as far as the movies, well, maybe not movies so much, but you know, because not that many black movies that come out. But yeah, as far as the YouTube videos they watch, as far as the music they listen to, as far as the bars they frequent, black people stick to black. Scotty, Scotty says he thinks he's my only white watcher. Well, no, you're not my only one. But I would love to see. I don't think YouTube really tracks the demographics as far as race. I wish they would, but I guess that would be racist. But you know, so Lauren says, well, I'm pretty sure Lauren is white, and she would mostly prefer black chicks. But I don't know. The 30 people that voted said both. But anyway, here's my hang up about it. I think it could confuse the algorithm if I'm posting black and white. That's the point I was making with black people. I feel like black people watch black shit. So I, I feel like it's like a contradiction on my channel. Like the black people won't. I feel like the black people won't watch the white content, and the white people won't watch the black content. So that could be. I feel like that could potentially hurt my channel, but I don't know. That's why I posed the question. But we'll see. But I mean, I will say this: like on the new channel, Dating Dysfunctions, as y'all can see, my black videos get more views. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, Irvin. Who knows? But from my perspective, okay, from my perspective of the black people that I know, I, I'm one of the only black people in black circles that you will catch watching a lot of white shit. I mean, maybe not a lot of white shit, but I feel like my black folks, they'll see me watching some shit with some white people, and they'll just kind of be like, "Well, what? Why you watching that?" I don't know. Maybe it's just the people I know. Um, Spirit says he noticed it's more black chicks nowadays that fit this channel's narrative. I don't think that's well. I think I think B dubs are worse in all these areas, but I wouldn't say that there's more B dubs. Well, okay, actually, you're probably right. Um, I guess I can't give snow bunnies that pass. These snow bunnies is fucked too. But yeah, like everything else, it's gonna be amplified in the black community. You know, if everybody else gets the sniffles, we get, you know, cove. You know, if whites get a cold, we get AIDS. But anyway, let's get back into the content. I'll get back to you about if I'm gonna be I'll get back to you about what I'm gonna do as far as going over black women or white women. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. I'm sure I lost half of my viewership just talking shit. Well, 8 people. Fuck them. So what I was gonna say is, if you notice here, the snow bunnies are getting significantly less views. So like my last snow bunny video got 372 views. My last black video got 1,300 views. And then my snow bunny one before that only got 133 views. But then the next chocolate one got 1.7K. Next white one got 219. The black one got 1K. So my black content is getting significantly more views. So I'm leaning towards just making all black content. But we'll see what happens. But I want to say this before we start the next video. So my latest extraterrestrial intel is this. So supposedly there's supposed to be an alien invasion in 2027. Now I understand how crazy this sounds, and I hope it isn't true. I don't think anybody is mentally or practically, far as resources or anything else, ready for something like that. And that shit is gonna make a lot. If that shit was to just happen, a lot of people are gonna just lose their fucking minds, like literally, possibly even me, even though I'm into this type of stuff. Um, supposedly, I mean, there's a lot of different theories and things, but supposedly there's supposed to be some type of alien event or invasion from malevolent. Am I pronouncing that right? Benevolent and malevolent. I got it right. Malevolent, malevolent, malevolent. Yeah, malevolent species that are coming to fuck us over. But anyway, the reason I mention that, um, in case anybody sees me as a credible source, probably not on this topic. I want 2026 to be your preparation year. You know, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but you just never know what's gonna happen. You know, Cove happened and it completely caught us off guard, and everybody was scrambling for toilet paper. So if you have the funds or whatever funds you have, um, I would start preparing in 2026. I know it sounds crazy, and it is crazy. I understand. I haven't went crazy because I can still acknowledge what sounds crazy. So that's how you know I haven't officially gone crazy. But based on all the research I've done and everything I watch, I do think that it's possible that some crazy shit can happen like that. So all I'm saying is maybe you should spend 2026 preparing. Canned goods, water, smammo. I'm replacing one word with another. Stocking up your smammo, your spammo, and your smammo, if you know what I mean. Um, it's just a thought. Can't say RB Sensei didn't warn you if some shit do pop off in 2027. I know I'm preparing. I'm stacking my canned goods and Smammo and first aid kits and whatever else you need. I mean, do the research. Obviously, you can look online like how to prepare for a cataclysm or whatever, any type of doomsday situation. All right, enough of that. Let's get back into it.
Getting older, next ladies, let's be real. Getting older does kind of suck. We were raised to be cute, right? That was the standard. Pretty enough, thin enough, put together enough. And now that mirror isn't giving us that back. Gravity has its own agenda. My skin isn't bouncing back, and my body has aches that I definitely did not sign up for. So yeah, I do hate parts of it. I made my looks my currency, and it feels like I'm slowly going broke.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Women make their looks their currency, and this is why so many women are miserable. What makes them valuable in their mind, it's inevitable. It's inevitable. Inevitable. What? Inevitably. 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 It's inevitably going bye bye, no matter what you do. See, the difference with men is we have to build ourselves up into being something. Even if we don't become successful, we have to build ourselves up far as just developing character, personality, being competent. What make us who we are usually gets better with time, or at worst stays the same. But yeah, the worst thing a young woman could do is make a big part of her self-esteem and personality and worth her looks. That's literally the worst thing to base her life on and confidence on and everything on. The worst.
And it feels like I'm slowly going broke.
For a large portion of their early lives, many women benefit from something often called pretty privilege. When a woman is young and physically attractive, the world responds differently to her. People are kinder, strangers are more helpful, mistakes are forgiven more easily, men offer attention, favours, gifts, free drinks and opportunities, sometimes consciously, sometimes subconsciously.
What happens when the male gaze disappears? I used to center my life around beauty. I know it sounds vain. When I was younger, it was literally the only thing that I thought was my worth.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. They all try to blame society for it, but they're naturally just shallow, superficial people. I'm not saying society doesn't play a part, but to completely try to just blame it on societal programming and stuff is nonsense. It's nonsense. Because I'll tell you this right now. Even young woke girls, like let's say she's an intelligent 9, 10, 11-year-old, right? And she's like, I don't care about the male gaze. I'm not gonna let society trick me into thinking, my self worth is about looks, yada yada yada. Let them boobs come in. Let let some ass and boobs come in. All that woke is gonna go out the window. And we've seen it happen with certain celebrities, certain people, kind of like your niece. She was kind of dorky and boys didn't like her and she wasn't in the popular crowd. But then she started getting 14, 15, grew some titties and ass. And now she's like bougie and don't talk to Uncle Jed at the fucking Thanksgiving dinner because she thinks she's too good now. We've all seen it. It's not societal. It's in them. Once they start getting sexual attention from men, all that thinking and they throw that out the window. Critical thought and character and stuff, they throw all that out the window if men start looking at their ass and tits a lot. It's just in a woman's DNA.
The only thing that I thought was my worth. being beautiful, power, whether it was getting into first in line in the VIP section at nightclubs, or getting the chosen table at a fancy restaurant.
Exactly. Well, okay, exactly. And first off, let me say this. She's still not bad looking now. I'd fuck her now. Even with everything sagging and whatever, I'd fuck her now. But but this is what I want to say. She's talking about VIP sections and cutting lines. This is why women who benefit from pretty privilege will never be good wife material. Because nothing you're going to do as a husband in this relationship is going to live up to her years as a celebrity from 15 to 25. Even if you're a rich man, it can't live up to it. When Beyonce looks fade to the point where there's no Botox in them back, she is going to resent the out of Jay-Z. Not because he did anything to her, but she needs somebody to take it out on, preferably a man. And he's rich. He's Jay-Z. But once Beyonce looks fade, there's no amount of mansions Jay-Z could buy to bring her happiness back. I might have to make this a separate episode. I'm dropping some gems. Not to toot my own horn.
Chosen table at a fancy restaurant with the man I was with. It was a way to get provided for and supported by men. I just got out of the gym. At my age, I'm invisible. I did a post about this earlier, really grieving the loss of beauty because it was such a part of my identity.
Society openly rewards youth and beauty, especially in women. When a woman is in her late teens or 20s, her appearance alone can open doors. She's protected more and given the benefit of the doubt more often. Men go out of their way to please her, impress her, and accommodate her. That experience shapes how many women come to understand the world. But this privilege is temporary.
Women, when aging, become invisible in some way. People care less about them, look at them less. Does that scare you? I think it does scare me a little bit because as a young, attractive woman, I reap the rewards of being a woman. Men always like to make comments about how, oh my gosh, women live life on easy mode. It must be so nice being a woman. And usually what they're referring to is how women get softer treatment. They get things for free. They have an easier time acquiring sex and attention. But men who make these comments fail to consider that it's only a specific demographic of women that reap these benefits. And that demographic is young, attractive women. As a woman ages, she becomes less desirable, and so she becomes more invisible, as this commenter said. And that.
But let's be clear. Let's be clear though. Even being a old, ugly, fat woman, you're still gonna have it easier than the average man. Let's just keep that in perspective. Because here's the thing, no matter what you look like and how old you are as a woman, there's still some guy somewhere trying to fuck you. That'll do pretty much anything for you. So I just want to make sure that's known.
And so she becomes more invisible, as this commenter said. And that doesn't bode very well for me because my entire persona is based around the fact that I am a cute young woman. And if you aren't familiar with me, I'm a diagnosed psychopath, and that's what I talk about on my page. So the image I've curated of myself is very important to how I live my life. And I have been young and cute my entire life. So that's what I play up. And it's very, very easy to go about manipulating people when you have both of those things being true. People love to help young, pretty women. But once you age, that goes away. And as I age, I'll have to pivot my strategy. I'm lucky to have been born into the body that I was, but aging is an inevitable process in life. So it is a little bit daunting to know that I will not be able to operate as I have been forever.
As women age, their youth fades, their physical appeal changes, the effortless attention slows down, the free favours disappear, the random kindness becomes rarer, men stop approaching as often, compliments become infrequent, invitations.
Hey, but look, see, as much as they can acknowledge all this, they don't know how to develop a real personality. They don't know how to develop any character. Like, they went their whole life. They went 25, 30 years without having to have personality and character and intelligence. Can you imagine if you never had to have that and then one day you just automatically got to have it? You wouldn't know where to start. But here's another thing I want to say. Um, what the fuck was I gonna say? Um, maybe I'll think about it.
Compliments become infrequent, invitations dry up. Eventually, many women experience something they never had to face before, invisibility, and this is where the shock sets in.
I used to be hot. Not ridiculously hot, but like a solid 7 out of 10 hot. Recently, as you can see, I'm no longer hot.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Thanks for saying that, Scotty. Let me go back. I'm losing my mind, y'all. I need to get more sleep. All right. Anyway, here's the thing. Even when their looks fade and they know their looks faded, they still want top tier Chad. There's never a point in a woman's life where she don't feel like she deserves top tier Chad. Or well, maybe I shouldn't say that. At some point they do realize I don't deserve this mythical creature that I'm looking for. But there never comes a time where they don't want to get them, even when they do realize they don't deserve them.
I used to be hot. Not ridiculously hot, but like a solid 7 out of 10 hot. Recently, as you can see, I'm no longer hot. Granted, I'm 35 now. A lot has changed.
Look, lady. Look, lady. There's not a chance on God's green earth that you're 35 years old. There's not a chance in Hades that you're 35 years old. Nice try. I commend the effort, but no way. You're 45 years old minimum.
I'm no longer hot. Granted, I'm 35 now. A lot has changed in the last 5 years, externally and internally, and in my lifestyle. I've become a mother. I also work in corporate now, which I didn't 6 years ago. All that to say, I no longer like the way I look.
For the first time, many women are treated the way.
So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna make this an episode. I'm gonna name it. Okay, this is message to future self. Name it. I used to be hot. I'm invisible to men now. I think that'll get some clicks. So this is what I want to say. She says she's a mother now. I hope for the child's sake she's still with the husband. But for the husband's sake or for the baby daddy's sake, I hope he isn't still with this woman. I know it's a contradiction, but just roll with me. Because if he is still with this woman, she's going to make his life a living for the rest of his life simply because she doesn't like the way she looks anymore. And that's not his fault. I mean, blame God if you're going to blame anybody. But yeah, Women make men suffer for every wrinkle they get. The reason why women, the reason why woes are so miserable at older ages, one of the major reasons, is because they don't like what they see when they look in the mirror. And they're going to take that out on everybody in their life for the rest of their lives. Fucked up, isn't it? Pretty messed up, isn't it? So if there's any young men listening, just know that's what you're signing up for. When you really think about it, signing up to be in a relationship with a woe for 50 years is crazy. Because you're really signing up to manage a mentally ill person for 50 years. A mentally and emotionally unstable person. You're signing up to manage them. And men think they're signing up for lovey-dovey, this and that. No, not at all.
All that to say, I no longer like the way I look.
Value. Women who relied heavily on beauty often never had to develop that muscle. So when the privilege fades, the adjustment is painful.
I'm 60 years old and I can't keep my makeup on today because I keep having these bouts of little tears that just sort of burst forward. I'm not a crier and I'm not even that emotional of a person outwardly, but this age, it comes with so many changes and hard things.
This is why many women struggle emotionally as they age. It's not just about wrinkles or weight gain, it's about the loss of identity. When the world stops responding the way it used to, it forces a realization. Beauty was doing more work than they thought. Some women adapt. They build character, competence, wisdom, and depth. They learn how to create value beyond appearance. These women transition smoothly into the next phase of life. But many don't. Instead, they become bitter, resentful, beyond appearance.
What to say about that one, but I didn't hear what she said at the end. Let's run it back.
It forces a
Changes and hard changes and hard things.
This is why many women struggle emotionally as they age. It's not just about wrinkles or weight gain, it's about the loss of identity. When the
I mean, yeah, look. Hopefully you get some help, man. Hopefully you get some help. Maybe get on some medication. And hopefully you have some kids to take care of you, a husband to take care of you and help you get through this hard time in life. But crying on social media is not the answer.
strong women. In reality, the rules didn't change. The privilege expired, worth before receiving attention. And many women find it intolerable. This isn't cruelty, it's reality.
I turned 40, my face started to change. My eyeballs started to sink in. You know, when you age from here, like around your nose, your skull starts to cave in. It would have been nice to get a heads up on that because when you start seeing those changes, it was actually kind of hard. The reality hits because you think, when you're younger, you think like, oh, that's never going to be me. Why are these women doing all this stuff? Like,
Think about, like, seriously, hold on. Let me run the video back, even though I'm gonna have to do more work in editing. Hold on. Isn't it crazy that young women literally feel like they're never gonna age? That makes no logical sense. I mean, I get it. Young people aren't really thinking about, 40 and 50. But men think about it way more than women do. Women just deny the reality of it. I'm never gonna be some old wrinkly chick. That's never gonna happen to me. Like, what? Somebody did tell you. I'm sure plenty of people told you, but when you were young and cute, you didn't hear them. You literally blocked them out. Your eardrums literally start your eardrums literally stop working because you were young and cute when an older woman would try to give you game. And now you can't even go on a podcast without having an emotional support dog. Because biology happened. Whatever. Let's let her finish. You know what's even crazy? You know what's you know what's crazy? These women who are complaining are not even bad looking women for their age. So I can't imagine what women go through who were never hot. Well, actually, they have a better time because they didn't lose much with age. They never got paid that much attention to. So it's actually better to just be an average looking woman. You probably deal with aging a lot better. Honestly, being hot is a curse for women. I mean, in the beginning, it seems like a gift, and in ways it is. But in the grand scheme of things, it's a curse.
To sink in. You know, when you age from here, like around your nose, your skull starts to cave in. It would have been nice to get a heads up on that because when you start seeing those changes, it was actually kind of hard. The reality hits because you think when you're younger, you think like, oh, that's never going to be me. Why are these women doing all this stuff like Botox gross? And you get to that age and you're like, do I want to do Botox? You understand it a little more. Do I want to get a facelift? When you're younger, you're like, never. That's gross.
Pretty
See, and that's sad. Yeah. A facelift doesn't make you look younger and hotter though. It just makes you look weird and old now. That's what I don't think a lot of women get. It doesn't make you look young and hot. It makes you look fake and alienish. You should just age gracefully.
privilege was never permanent and it was never guaranteed. It was borrowed time. The women who understood that prepared for life after it. The women who didn't are often the loudest about how unfair the world feels now. In the end, youth fades for everyone. The difference is whether someone built anything underneath it before it was gone.
I'm 74, never had children, and here's the truth of what happens. So for whatever reason, did you end up not having children too? And hopefully you've made peace with that. But every now and then a little thought pops up about like, oh God, what's gonna happen when I'm older and who's gonna look out for me? Well, I kind of worry about that myself, and so should you actually. So if you're in this situation, it's important you make plans now.
A lot of women that I speak to have a lot of anxiety also around aging. What do you say to that? Because you are
That is
stunningly beautiful
Oh, no.
at 88 years old. Sorry, I didn't mean to say your age.
The fact she did not want to say her age and apologized for saying it tells you everything you need to know.
Real men of genius.
Yeah. A lot of why do woes? A lot of woes. You are stunningly beautiful at 88 years old is absurd. I'm not knocking how an 88-year-old looks. They're 88. I'm not expecting an 88-year-old to be beautiful. But to still be lying to a woman that age is nuts. That's nuts. And then the 74-year-old woman talking about, "Oh yeah, maybe you guys should start thinking about, what you're going to do when you get old." Yeah, you should have been thinking about that really from your 20s and 30s. I mean, okay, I get it. Most aren't going to be thinking about it in their 20s, but definitely 30s. But I get it. You could have 5 kids and there's no guarantee they're going to want to have anything to do with you, even if you did right by 'em. But it's a good it's a it's a good hedge for your future. I think it's a fair bet towards your future. At least one of them motherfuckers gonna be worth it him if you have 5. So it is kinda depressing. You kinda think about, family members dying, like I try not to talk too much about my personal life, but I mean this is really just everybody. I mean, your parents die, friends start dying at a certain point, and depending on how many kids you had, if you have any kids, like you're just alone in the world. If anything happens to you, you're fucked. Um, yeah, it's but to be fair, like I'm not I live my life one day at a time. I don't know if I'm gonna I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be here in 2 years, 3 years, 10 years. So let alone thinking about 30 years down the line. If humanity is still here by the time I'm 88, I feel confident that androids will be helping the elderly in the next 30 years. I'm very confident about that. Um, Thanks for everybody that stayed with me this good Saturday afternoon. I'm gonna go edit some video, and I don't know if I'm gonna be on tonight. I mean, I haven't really been doing night streams. Donations have been slow, but it is Christmas time, you know. Yeah, that's true, Lauren. And I don't know how people afford nursing homes. I think when you're old, from what I'm understanding about a sick relative I have now, a older sick relative I have now, you're actually better off dead fucking broke old. Because like from what I'm understanding, like nursing homes and certain facilities you may need due to being in certain conditions, you're actually fucked if you have a couple dollars. They want $6,000 a month or some crazy shit for a nursing. I'm like, how the fuck do people afford that? You'd be better off selling all your property and getting on whatever Medicaid, Medicare, or whatever. The point I'm trying to make is you're better off dead broke. You're gonna get more care being dead fucking broke. If you were like middle class and you got a couple dollars, I don't know, 30,000 in the bank and own a home or something, you're kind of fucked. So yeah, I'm just gonna warn all of you: look into that. If anything happened to you where you became disabled today, or I don't know, at old age or disabled at 65, like look into getting some, I don't know, some type of insurance, or I don't know. I haven't looked into it deeply yet, but it may be worth looking into because it doesn't seem like there's a lot of options for somebody who get in a fucked up position like that, who's like middle class and not literally like dead fucking broke. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all soon. Remember, how others treat you is their karma. How you treat others is your karma. Be nice to people, because God's watching. And remember, I'm a nice guy. I just play asshole on the internet, and I have never done anything remotely wrong my entire life. Ever.